Man, hold on, hold on. Uh, I know y'all saw what I saw today, and before we get even anywhere near situated in this, uh, just is honestly, I am at a shock and lost for words as to what the hell we just saw. Um, it's not to say we're taking Luka for granted or on any regards to his abilities, but I definitely just want to start, um, you know, letting the New York Knicks fans in advance that you may have thought you had this win. I thought you had this win, and it turns out they didn't have this win at all. And man, I don't even know where to begin when it comes to this Luka Doncic game because this is crazy. 60. Let's look at these stats. Look at the stat, guys. The stat line for Luka Doncic tonight was 60 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists. The first ever 60-point, 20 rebound, triple double in league history. Hold on, I got some sound effects that I want to play, while we out here. And when I saw the dude get into the 50-point mark, when he got to the 50-point mark, it was like, Luka Doncic was on something tonight, and I'm at a loss for words. I tend to do this. I always tend to do like this whole reverse juju thing. Whenever my team starts to lose, I say like the most worst thing to kind of like reverse psychology, put like the reverse thing in the world. I don't know. I always say those crazy stuff, and I was like, this is going to be an embarrassing loss if we lose to the Knicks without Jalen Brunson and we sliced R.J. Barrett's hand. I think that had played a role. And we sliced the dude's hand, right? And IQ, Emmanuel quickly had a game today. The Knicks had everything rolling. They just had our number. They always seem to have our number. And somehow, some way, down 9 points with 33 seconds to go, the Dallas Mavericks, which this never happens. You never ever see a team down 9 points with 33 seconds to go, force the game into overtime. Something felt weird about this inning. It felt like something was just going to have to happen, and it happened. And eventually I'll settle down and I'll be able to talk very well about this game, but I'm coming off the rip, off the hip when it comes to talking about what the hell we just saw. What you just saw was straight up history. There's no other way to say it any other fashion. It was complete and utter ridiculous performance by Luka Doncic. And as far as the supporting cast, some of them had an utter ridiculous performance as well. I'll get to that in a bit. But to have 60 points, hold on. Let me adjust this mic to what I'm trying to say here. And let me raise the gain a little bit. What I'm trying to say, when you get 60 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists for the first ever triple-double with 60 points and 20 rebounds, what you just did is that you have put yourself up there among one of the greatest performances of all time in a regular season, obviously. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But you score 60, 21, and 10 in a game where everything seemed to have been done. And you found a way to force overtime. And like Luka said, yes, it was a little bit lucky. I agree. You were a little bit lucky to get the ball to bounce your way. But to be able to make that shot in the moment, the way he did it, to go into overtime and just kind of ride the momentum that you had, because I can 1,000% couldn't even tell you how dead all of their legs were going into that overtime or just even into that fourth quarter. They gave their all. Luka gave all he could give you. The Dallas Mavericks that played over 40 minutes gave their all as well. Christian Wood, give Tim Hardaway some credit. Spencer Dinwiddie came up big. Luka Doncic, all these guys played over plus 40 minutes. Them guys put it on the line as far as being able to help the Mavs get this win. But I don't ever want to ever get to the point where we are taking what Luka did for us tonight ever for granted. And in the week where Dirk Nowitzki got his statue, and as a kid I grew up thinking, man, I'm gonna be able to watch Dirk for a long, long time. And that long, long time came like that. 21 years, and it felt so short. I don't want us as fans to ever take these kind of things for granted, because it rarely happens to your favorite team. There's only been several players that play like this. There's only been a rare number of players that could perform these kind of performances, and those players have rarely ever been on the Dallas Maverick. And the fact that we have one, we have a player that is potentially going to go down as one of the top 3 players of all time. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but he has the potential. He has the capabilities at his age, the way he just runs an offense. We have one of those players that are going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. And for us, it is not to be taken for granted. We need to cherish this as much as possible, because this performance tonight was beyond amazing. Yes, there was some calls that went our way, but that is when you get when you're a superstar. Sometimes Luka deserves some of these calls. He's been overdue for some favorable calls. And I will say he got some favorable calls. And I know Knicks fans were pretty upset with some of these favorable calls. But, I mean, if you were a Mavs fan in 2006, then you would know about favorable calls. These are the things that happen. But Luka, for him to go, he could have just given up in this game. There was plenty of times he was complaining. There's plenty of times he just kind of, seemed so frustrated he was done. They kept fighting. They kept clawing. I don't know if it was because JB was there or because Luka just really believes in his team. And they did it, man. They did something that is just extremely rare to do, man. 1, the performance he did. 2, to come back down by 9 points with like 33 seconds to go, if I remember correctly, in a game where both of these teams were 18 and 16. Tonight's game was the battle of 19 and 16. And what a battle it was. What a battle it was. All right. Now that I got that whole opening monologue out the way, let me take a little sip right here.
Another one.
Another one? Let me take another one.
Another one.
I'm drinking Amaretto and Sour. So, what are the first few things that I want to take away from this game? I just want to look at the play-by-play in the fourth quarter when it came down the stretch. I find it extremely interesting as to how New York just lost this, man. I remember, I think I said it was 33 seconds left, right? Let's get to the 33-second mark. 33.2 seconds left. The score was 112 to 103. 112-103. If you're watching this, leave a comment. I'm right here. I'm ready to respond to y'all. Leave a like on this video. I really appreciate it. It goes a long way. This is going to be a short video. I just want to get on here, really just talk about what happened, my quick assessments of this game, and I'll be out of y'all here. I won't be here long, so let's get it going. So at the 33.2 second mark, the Dallas Mavericks are down 112 to 103. Down 9 points. And then Christian Wood hits a three-pointer with 26 seconds to go. And then where's the next points at? Hardaway misses a 29-foot jumper. Luka gets the offensive rebound, makes a two-pointer. Luka got fouled and won. So now it's 112-109 with 15 seconds to go. Knicks take a timeout. Derrick Rose enters the game. Luka fouls McBride. He misses 1 out of 2, and he made the second one. So now it's 113-109 with 11 seconds to go. They're only down 4. Spencer Dinwiddie gets the ball from Luka, where Luka gets his 10th assist, and Spencer Dinwiddie nails a 27-foot three-pointer, making it 113-112. Knicks take another timeout. McBride gets fouled again. He goes 1 for 2. 2 for 2. The score is now 115 to 112 with 7.1 seconds to go. And here I'm thinking like, yeah, we did our best. We made a good comeback. This is probably pretty much a wrap here. This is where you have to be not only good, but sometimes it's better being lucky than being good. And in this occasion right here, Luka gets fouled at the half-court line. Honestly, now when you look at it, you probably were better off just letting him shoot the shot. Because you got to think about it. Dude's dead in his legs. You know, like his legs are just dead. And no one was shooting good tonight, right? Luka makes the first free throw. That was clutch because you needed to make that first free throw. He misses the second one on purpose. The ball jumping around. Luka gets his hand on it. He does this. The fact that he was able to catch the ball, immediately think to put it back up, and to drain it from 11 feet, which could have called a foul on it as well, to tie the game and take this game into overtime with 33.2 seconds to go, down 9 points. The Dallas Mavericks found a way to force overtime. If we're on a 4-game winning streak, it definitely feels good to be on a 4-game winning streak. But to go into this game where we historically have not performed well against the Knicks, to know historically we've had a bunch of players that were formerly Knick players to come to Dallas, and it's like a Knick, rehab center facility over here. I did a pregame show with Mr. Big Freezy from the Blorange. I'm still trying to figure out how to say Blorange Tears Network. Shout out to them. Shout out to Big Freezy for jumping on this show, the pregame show. But for the Mavs to be able to find a way to get this win, and I know I got friends I got a friend specifically that give me crap about the Knicks beating us all the time. For us to get this win was nice. It was really good. But what made this win even more special is the stat line Luka Doncic had given everybody tonight. 60 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. I don't ever want to get to the point where we basically underline or take that for granted. Ernesto, him. Facts, bro. Luka is him. I low-key thought New York was getting the favorable cause. When you look at it, I was listening to a play-by-play through Big Freezy's YouTube channel, and I can tell that they were kind of upset with all the calls that the Mavs were getting. But let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at how these stats went, right? Let's go to the team stats. Let's see who got free throws. All right. Grimes had 33 points. First and foremost, Grimes had 33 points. God. All right, let's get into the stats. Ultra 41, what's up? Luka is the best damn thing. Yes, sir. Best damn thing for us if we get the man some help. It'd be fantastic. Anyway, as far as the free throws are concerned, New York Knicks had 24 free throws and the Mavs had 33. The Mavs shot 75.8% and the Knicks shot 62.5%. When you have a 9-point lead with 33 seconds to go, I don't want to hear that it was about the refs. I honestly don't. I'm sorry. And I know I was listening to the entire play-by-play of the Knicks, Blorange with a Big Freezy. And I heard the whole thing. I was commenting in there. That was. I feel like that's what. For Big Freezy jumping on my channel, I felt like that's what I needed to do. I needed to check out the entire stuff and be a part of it. And they had said that Luka was getting a lot of the calls, that this and that. But to have a 9-point lead and still blow it, it really came down to coaching. Either it came down to coaching or other things, but the fact that the Mavericks made shots down the stretch, that is what did it. Ashton Parker, Powell need to go or retire. Not only Powell. Let me tell you someone else who does. Let me tell you someone else. And I hate to do this on a night where Luka Doncic went off, but there was a reason where Luka Doncic didn't have to go off if someone else participated. But yeah, Powell giving you 2 points. Powell giving, oh my God. Hold on.
Another one. One eternity later.
Powell. Let's look at Powell's stat line. Let me point out some horrible stat lines here. Powell got 31 minutes. Got you 0 rebounds. Got you 1 assist, 1 block, 1 turnover, and 2 points. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable at all. Unacceptable. That is crazy. Damn, Luka Doncic had 22 free throws. But before we get into his marvelous performance again, let me talk about the other player that really gave us nothing. Powell was plus 10. He had the best plus minus, but I feel like that was just flawed. Like, you can't have a great plus or minus stat line and not even give us much of a stat. But the other person that I just saw during this game that I felt really, really underperformed, and it did not look good watching him play. And yes, it's who you just mentioned, Ashton, Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock had such a poor performance tonight. Listen, guys, 1 for 7 from the 3-point line. Yes, 1 for 7 from the 3-point line. That's bad, bro. 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover, and 3 points. Well, what did Reggie Bullock really give us tonight? And I feel, it's not like I feel bad. You know, these guys making money. But it feels so bad to see him fall so far down to where he has been playing at. And if he hit 3 threes, if he went 3 for 7, 4 for 7, I'd feel a lot better about his performance. And probably Luka doesn't have to do what he had to do tonight. But 1 for 7 with the worst plus minus tonight with a negative 12, it makes sense. It makes sense. Spencer Dinwiddie, 25 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. He's giving you the Brunson numbers. I'm happy with that. I'm totally happy with what Spencer Dinwiddie gave us. Hardaway, 3 for 11 from 3, 4 for 15 from the field. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. The inconsistency with Tim Hardaway is really bums me out quite a bit. Ashton, he gave us nothing. Yeah, bro. He gave us absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Ashton, if you want me to talk about any specific thing, let me know. I'm right here. Christian Wood, 19 points, 3 blocks. Oh my God. The block Christian Wood had, I believe it was on McBride or Grimes on the baseline. Clutch block right there. And then his free throws were clutch. 2 for 2 in a very crucial moment in overtime. Who said this guy can't play in the clutch? 19 points, 3 blocks, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds. That is a pretty good stat line. He was 7 for 15 from the field, 3 for 9 from the 3-point line, and 2 for 2. 2 for 2. 2 clutch free throws in the clutch. Man. That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But here's the thing. Doncic, Dinwiddie, and Wood were the only players that were able to score more than 15. Everyone else, Bertans, he was 1 for 3, gave us 5. Bullock, 1 for 7, gave us 3. Kemba Walker gave us 1 point. He only played 5 minutes. Frank, he only took 1 shot. Didn't give us any other stat line at all, but a +2, plus or minus. And McKinley Wright, he gave us an assist and a steal in 6 minutes. You know, you can't expect too much from him. But what's crazy is we are so depleted. And yes, the Knicks were depleted as well. They didn't have Brunson. RJ Barrett got sliced up by Luka early on. I get that. But man, let's go and look at their stats, right? Randall always goes off, 29 points, 18 rebounds, 4 assists, and 11 for 23. The shooting could have been better for him, especially if they wanted to win. His shooting needed to be better. Mitchell Robinson, 8 for 9, 16 boards, 1 assist, 2 steals, and 20 points. Not a bad stat line for Mitchell Robinson. That is what you want to see from him. Now, I think, man, besides his assist tonight, his shooting is what made this not become a blowout. I'll tell you that much. Emmanuel Quickly going 5 for 21 from the field and 1 for 10 from the 3 for only 13 points. That's bad. But his assist, 15 assists, I think was a Knicks record tonight. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. But Quentin Grimes had 33 points, guys. 7 for 16 from 3, 12 for 25 for the game. Really, really solid. And McBride, who is a 50% free throw shooter, went 5 for 6 from the line, shot 1 for 9 from the 3, and 4 for 14 from the field. He had 46 minutes off the bench and was a -1 in a plus minus. All right, so let me get to the full team stats real quick, and then I'm going to touch back on Luka's performance tonight, and I'll get out of y'all hairs, guys. Unless y'all want to ask me something in here, I'm definitely up for conversation. Wood is getting better on defense. Ashton, Parker, yes. Those blocks, bro. Those blocks towards the end of that game, there were several blocks, as a matter of fact. There was a block where Luka got taken out, and I think Grimes went up to go lay it up, and Wood came out of nowhere and blocked it. And then Randall had the ball in the low post. Wood came out of nowhere and blocked him. And then at the end, to block that 3-point shot, those 3 blocks are extremely crucial to what led up to this win. And to undermine his effort defensively, because we've been saying, oh, he just doesn't give us defensively. He has low IQ, all this stuff. Oh, he doesn't deserve an extension. What he did in the clutch gave me more confidence in knowing that Christian Wood is a viable option to stay with this team. His defensive awareness towards the end of the game was really solid. Those blocks, again, you want players to make impact plays. Those blocks were impact plays, and to undermine anything Christian Wood did tonight, good luck. Good luck trying to be that guy, because it ain't gonna work out. Let me take a little shot right here.
Another one.
And for all the Knicks fans that thought y'all were gonna get the win, I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so let's get into the team stats. New York Knicks had 103 shot attempts tonight, and they shot 43.7 from the field. They attempted 53 pointers. They made 16 of them for 32% from the 3-point line. And they had 24 free throw attempts where they were 15 for 24 at a 62.5% from the free throw line. Those numbers are not good in terms of winning a game, and especially against a good team. Now, you're playing the Mavericks, which I wouldn't say we're necessarily good. I'm just going to say we're all right. We're not full strength, so we're definitely not our full potential. But the fact that y'all shot as poorly as y'all did, y'all had 10 more offensive rebounds than we did, and y'all took 13 more shots than we did, yeah, you should have won this game. Now, as far as our free throws are concerned, yeah, we had 9 more. But we shot better from the line. We shot 75% from the line. So we made 10 more free throws. We made 3 less three-pointers, and we made 1 less field goal. So our shooting percentage was 44 of 90 from the field for 48.9%, which is pretty good. Could have been better. Obviously, you wanted to be like mid-50s. At 3-point line attempts were pretty our makes were horrible. We were 13 for 46 from the 3-point line, and that is due to Reggie Bullock's and Tim Hardaway's inability to make a shot. So we shot 28% from the 3. The rebounds, we lost the rebounding battle 55-47. They had 17 offensive rebounds to our 7. They had 38 defensive rebounds to our 40. They had 27 assists. We had 20 assists. They had 5 steals. We had 4 steals. And a key stat, and this stat goes specifically to Christian Wood. We had 5 blocks, and the New York Knicks had 0. And that key stat right there should have been enough to tell you impact plays down the stretch. And then where are we at? Points in the paint. We ended up having 50 points in the paint, and they had 48. And the fouls called, we had 25 fouls on us, and they had 23 fouls on them. So this whole narrative of Luka gets all these calls, yeah, some of them were a little cheap, some of them were a little late, but they definitely go both ways at all times. And maybe today it skewed a little bit one way, but again, you had a 9-point lead with 33 seconds ago. You had a 9-point, hold on.
Another one.
You had a 9-point lead with 33 seconds to go. Sheesh. Yeah, man. Let me look at these comments. Let me look. Richard, doesn't matter what he does. Tim McMahon says Dallas is not extending him. They don't want him. So I get that. I saw that report today too. I don't know. Maybe they're playing coy. Maybe they're trying to get the market down to where they could offer him something that's more suitable for the Mavericks. But I really don't understand why they wouldn't. I understand that there's perceptions, but you've seen the way the dude played. Are you going to be able to replace Christian Wood in the free agency market? I don't think you can, and we're not going to have the cap space to go do so. So it's in our best interest to sign this man and give him the extension. It really, really is, because then you could utilize him to trade him down the road. And if you don't extend Christian Wood, you just create more of a divisiveness between not only the Mavs community, but probably internally in the Mavs locker room and in the Mavs front office. You need to extend Christian Wood. You've already made mistakes on Jalen Brunson. You still haven't extended Josh Green. I just don't understand the way this team moves. And it is really frustrating that they're going to want to wait till the trade deadline to offer Christian Wood some kind of deal or probably trade him. Yeah. It blows my mind. Reggie DC2, where does this performance rank for you? Reggie, where does this performance rank? Man. Let me show you. This performance ranks. I don't drink much. I don't really drink much at all. But for this performance, I'll definitely drink a little bit. No, all seriousness. 60 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. This is something. What, I'm like 33 now, right? I'm an old head. Damn, I've seen some performances. 5 years from now, when you look back at this performance, you're going to be like, man, I remember when Luka did that, and now he did it again for the 3rd time in 5 years. Because 5 years, I guarantee you he's going to have another 60-point triple-double. It might not be as crazy as this one was, but to be 23 years old, to put up a stat line like this at home, it wasn't like he was in New York or in one of these marquee arenas. He was at home on a Tuesday night, bro. On a Tuesday night, for him to put this kind of stat line up tells you he wants to win. But the stat line, there's never been one like it. And as far as regular season performances go, as far as regular season, how would I say, historical performances go, I don't see how you don't rank this up there with Kobe's 81. I don't see this how you don't rank it up there with LeBron's 60 or Michael Jordan's 60 or Wilt's 100. I don't see how you don't rank this up there. And I think Nikola had a 40-point, 20 rebound, triple-double. I might be wrong. I could look it up. But when you see someone put up 60, 21, and 10, That's nuts, bro. That is nuts. Like 60 plus 21, that's 81, plus 10 assists. Technically, hold on. Let me do some numbers here. Technically, give me a second. Because I don't know how many. I wish there was a stat that tells you how many points Luka was responsible for. Damn, it doesn't tell me. All right, but let's say his 10 assists were. Let's just go lowercase, right? They were all at least 2 points, even though we know some of them were threes. So 10 times 2, that's 20 points. Plus his 60. Technically, Luka was responsible for 80 points tonight. Now on the high end, say you did the 3, right? 3 times 10, that's 30. Technically, Luka was responsible for 90 points tonight on the high end, or 80 points on the low end, or 85 points in the middle end. Regardless, to be responsible for 80 plus points, between 80 to 90, did Kobe have any assist on his 81 point game? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, to answer your question, this performance Luka put up tonight ranks up there with Kobe's, with Wilt's, all time. It is one of the top 2-3 performances in the regular season of all time. It just has to be. It has to be. Richard Case, the man plays hard too. Yes, he does. Yeah. Richard, I hope they keep Wood. They need to. King, my guy, we talk Mavs. Bro, what you got here? It was the greatest, TGK. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. No one has ever done it, not even Wilt. I rest my case. But I was really trying to add a little bit more to it. To get 20 rebounds, you don't see that every day. That's one. To get 60 points, that's where we're talking Kobe territory. We're talking about Michael Jordan territory. We're talking Tracy McGrady in his prime territory. We're talking LeBron James. We're talking that. But to get the 10 assists on top of that, and then if you were to, turn that into what results in points is either between 20 and 30, you could be responsible for 80 or 90. Come on, bro. Come on. Those assists does count to what the hell you did in tonight's game. And like King said, no one has ever done it, not even Wilt. It's one of the greatest performances of all time. And we got to see that today. Today, I don't know how I said it like that. Hold on. Let me say today correctly. Let me say it again. Today, we've never seen a performance like that. So on December 27, 2022, we saw one of the greatest performances of all time. And we should never, ever, ever take any of that for granted. And he did it in front of Brunson. And maybe Brunson's like, damn. Maybe Brunson's like,
emotional damage.
Maybe Brunson's like, damn, I should have stayed. And everybody in New York right now, I bet they're a little upset. They're like,
if you see these dogs in your front yard, just know upstairs I'm going hard.
Luka was upstairs going hard. He was like, bing bong, I got y'all. Anyway, all the jokes aside, man, what a performance tonight. King, what you got? King from We Talk Math says he's 23 and a point guard. KD has never had 60. Wow, that's crazy. He shot over 66%, minimal three-pointers made. Yeah, let's see what Luka shot. He shot 6 3-pointers today. And I think King has mentioned before he wants him at anywhere between 6 or less than 7 3-pointers a game. So he was right there where you want him to be, King. And right at that 6 3-pointer mark. His free throw efficiency was pretty good today. Really good. But, man, I mean, I've never done a post-game show, but to finally do one on a night like tonight, not to edit a video where I can just talk and just, like, be myself, this is crazy, man. These are 2K stat type of numbers. And to get these kind of numbers in 2K, you have to put the quarters at 8 minutes minimum, and you got to have, like, no fatigue to get these kind of numbers. You got to play with, like, prime LeBron, current Luka, 8 minutes a quarter on 2K on pro or easy with no fatigue to get these kind of numbers as efficiently as Luka did it tonight. As efficiently as Luka shot 31 shots, made 21 of them. For what? 66%. And I think I loaded this drink a little too hard. Let me kind of plan it out. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. 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 What does this thing say?
Watch your profanity.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't trying to cuss. All right, well, that's it from me, guys. That was crazy. Unless I got something else in the chat, I'll probably be ending this now. Before I go, definitely check out We Talk Mavs. They'll have a post-game show tonight. If I can make it, I will. I'm not sure if I can because I've been drinking. But definitely go check them out. I just really wanted to talk about what Luka did tonight. It was special. No, it wasn't special. It was legendary. This is a classic legendary game tonight. And I hope we all understand and appreciate what it was. Like we could go and complain about Dwight Powell, Reggie Bullock's performance, but to see what Luka did against a team that's been having our number, against a player that left us for his dad, it meant the world, I think, to Luka, but also it meant the world to us as Mavs fans to finally get a win, to win the battle of 19-16, and we're on a 4-game win streak, and we're on a roll, and hopefully we can maintain this moving forward. I strongly believe this team could win 15 out of the next 18, and tonight started that. So hopefully they could just maintain this. Man, what a performance. And they're coming to San Antonio this weekend, and my goal is to make it to that game. So I'm going to try like hell to get to that game to watch it. But we're looking at a legend already in the game. And I just really want us as Maverick fans to really appreciate everything Luka has done for us. Luka is yes, Roman opens cards. Luka is a mother effing GOAT. Is a mother effing GOAT.
Watch your profanity.
I will. But I want to ask New York Knicks fans. Something. And this is what I want to ask them.
What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
All right, guys. It's been your boy TGK, man. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Comment currently or comment after. I'm always going to respond to every single comment. That's just the way I've been since I started this. Man, what a night. What a night. Tune into We Talk Mavs, the Cassius Show. Tune into the Outsiders podcast. I can't wait to hear what they say. Tune into the 777 podcast or whatever. Check out DDP. Check out Eni. Check out every single Dallas Mavericks content creator. Check them all out, man. I cannot wait to hear everybody's thoughts on this. But my thoughts on this is probably the greatest performance of all time in the regular season. Shout out to Luka. Shout out to all y'all watching this and liking this and supporting this. I appreciate y'all. It's been your boy TGK, and what should I press? This one? And I'm out. All right, man. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.